qualify your buyers. And from a seller's perspective, they love this too, because now you're not bringing in the tire kickers, you're only bringing in higher qualified people. So if you're familiar with, hey, Daniel, how you doing there, buddy? If you're familiar with BombBomb, once you've logged into your account, it's going to look pretty similar. And let me stop for a second. Remax has a promo going on right now, and I'll share the link near the end here. And it will be 2 months for $2. So it's $1 a month US for 2 months. And then month number 3, if you decide that you want to stay on, then it's $29 a month. So you literally got 2 months almost for free to play with the software. And if you have any questions at all, reach out to me. I'm here to help you with it. So again, don't be shy here or afterwards. So again, once you've logged in, here's my control panel, if you will. And once you start uploading your videos, this is what it'll look like. This is your gallery of all the videos that you've created. Now, when you guys come in for the first time, what you'll see is a welcome video. And then here at the top, it says Get Started Video, which is a quick overview. Now, over here on the left-hand side, I want to point out this button here. It says Training. If you click on that Training tab, it's going to open up a whole series of mini tutorials. They're about 1 minute to 2 minutes long, and it will walk you through everything that you need to know about QuickPage. So if you get stuck, go there. And again, if you're totally lost, can't figure it out from the tutorials, then just reach out to me, and I promise you I'll help you with this. Okay. So let's actually build out a page. I'll show you how easy it is to do. Then I'll show you what it looks like when you actually receive one on your phone, and then we'll also send it out via email. And I'll show you how you can send this, I said, to email, SMS. You can also send it out to the social media channels, so Facebook, LinkedIn, and all that can be done from here. Now, because it's a cloud-based program, I can also do everything that you see here on my phone or on my tablet. And as a matter of fact, I can start building out a page here on my computer, and maybe I decide I'm going out for a walk, I'm going for a coffee. Well, then at the coffee shop, once they open up, I can literally take my phone and pick up from where I left off to build a page, to edit a page, or just start one from scratch. Okay, so enough talking about it. Let's actually do it. So first tab up here, see where it says New Page? I'm going to click this. And this will look almost identical to what you see on a mobile device. The only difference is this button here in the middle, and I'll get to that in a second, that will not appear on a phone or on a tablet, right? Now, before I get started, let me do just, I'm going to turn this off for a sec. Let me pull my camera back on. Just a quick couple video lessons. So right now, a lot of you are probably watching Zoom calls, maybe you're hosting some. Remember that if you're using a laptop, on the top of your laptop, this is where the camera is going to be. If it's a Dell computer, sometimes they're down here. Now, what happens is when you're doing, let's say, a Skype call, or you're going to do a video email, if you look at the angle of my laptop where the lens is to my face, there's an angle like this. It's like a 20-degree angle. And so what happens is you're going to see up my nose. If I've got any nasal hair, you're going to see anything sticking out of my ears, guys with the triple chins that are starting to happen. All that is going to be amplified because of this angle of the lens versus my face. So if you're using a laptop for video, make sure that you put something underneath it, a shoe box, boxes, anything to raise it up so that the lens and you are at eye level. Now, the same thing applies with your phone. You want to make sure that when you're doing videos on your phone, that you're holding this at eye level and you're looking at the lens. So Michael, why are you doing that? Well, as I said before, if it's lower, they're going to see up your nose, ears, all that. So aesthetically, that's not nice. But psychologically, what's happening, if I'm standing here and I'm looking down at you, you feel, and this is not a conscious thing, you start feeling, oh, there's something about this guy I don't like. And it's because I'm in a power position looking down at you. So you really want to make sure that in your, so here's whoever that was there that just jumped on there with the, Andrea. Andrea is a perfect example. Let me, if I could pull you up here on the screen, Andrea. Yeah, it's of what not to do. Man, okay, now he's now he's smartened up. Okay, so where he is now, if you look at Andrea's video there, he's actually looking down. So he's in a power position. So if he was conducting an event right now, I'll guarantee you within about 4 minutes, 5 minutes, people are going to start bailing because nobody likes being looked down at. It's a psychological thing. So again, really quickly, eye level, look into the lens. And the reason I want you to look at the lens, it's like you're looking somebody in the face. So if Danuta and I are talking right now, I want her to feel like when she's watching one of my videos that she's looking and I'm looking right at her. And to do that, you have to look at the lens, which is that little dot. Now we have a tendency of once we hit record, oh, look at my smiling face. Look how beautiful I am. And then you start talking to yourself, which you can do 24/7. But when you're doing a video, make sure you're talking to the other person. So right now, you guys kind of feel like I'm looking at you. But if I was looking over here or where I've got my monitor, I've just broken this engagement. We're not having a conversation. I just look like a crazy person. So again, keep these things in mind. 3 simple little things. Keep your camera at eye level. Look into the lens, big smile, and just have a conversation. That's it. Okay, so that's what I teach in a full day workshop. You just got that in 5 minutes. So there you go. So let me jump back to my screen and I'll turn off my camera. And so the first button here, this is to record your video. So in this case, I'm on my computer and you can see it just fired up my webcam. Now, another thing I want you to do, I'm gonna pick on Danuta because she's there. And what I like to do with my videos is I want to personalize them. And you can do that by just doing something like this. You get a whiteboard. You get these at Walmart like for $10 with the dry markers. Or if you want, just get a notepad, piece of paper, same thing, write their name out. You could even do it on a sticky note. But the reason you want to do that, there's a lot of things at play here. Number one, when you put the person's name, and this is the first thing they see, you've almost made it irresistible. Like they can't not but click on the play button because now they're curious because you've made this for them. The other thing, what QuickPage will do is after you've done your video, it's going to take the first 4 seconds and create what's called a GIF. It's an animation. And we as a species are hotwired when we see movement. We automatically look at it because this is the way we're wired up. It's part of our fight or flight response system. Is this thing that I just saw, is it a predator? Is it going to put me in danger? Am I going to get hurt? And this is the way we're hotwired. So when we see movement, we automatically look. So in your video emails, this is automatically done for you. It repeats over and over again because when they get it, they see that movement. And the idea is it's going to attract them to click the play button. And then when you add this to the mix, like I said, it's almost irresistible. So let me start off. We'll do this quick video here. I'm going to hit record and there'll be a countdown. Well, hey there, Danuta. Thank you so much for reaching out to me about my train station for sale. Now, what I've done, I've taken the liberty of putting together a feature sheet. I've got some pictures, the survey, financial documents in there, and I've got some testimonials. Oh, and I also put in a virtual tour. Now, at the bottom of this page, what you have noticed is a live chat icon just opened up. So you and I can be chatting in live time. You'll also see that there's a little telephone. So if you click on that telephone, it's going to ring my cell phone, or you can just reply in this email. Oh, and before I forget, right immediately below this video, you're going to see these little 2 blue circles. When you don't do it yet, but when you click on the circle, it will advance from this video to the feature sheet, to the pictures and everything else that I mentioned. And if there's anything else you need, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Have an awesome day. Well, hey there, Danuta. Thank you so much for reaching. Okay, so let me stop. There's my video. I can re-record it. I can save it, I can cancel. In this case, I'm going to hit the save button. Now, Andre's trying to make up for it. Now he looks like a 6-year-old child being down so low. I'm just picking on you, man. Thanks for coming out. All right, so in the background, you're gonna see there was a green line and the video's now been uploaded from my computer. It's now in the cloud. So while that's happening, we can go on to this next button that looks like an arrow. And when I click on this will allow me to access folders on my computer. Now, what I'm going to suggest to you guys, if you start using QuickPage, for every listing that you take, create a separate folder on your computer that has everything you can think of related to that listing. Any pictures, any video clips, if you've got a feature sheet, any, like I said, financial docs, survey, like anything you can think of, put it in that one folder. Because now when you're creating out this QuickPage, what I can do, I told Danuta that I was going to give her some pictures and a feature sheet. Well, look, here on my computer, I can select some pictures of my train station. Oh, I said I'd give her the feature sheet. I also have the survey. Okay, so I've selected those files. Well, we should put in the fireplace too. And then I'll hit open. And now, same thing like the video, you're going to see a green line. And what that's doing now, it's uploading those files up to this page, into QuickPage. And you'll also notice something just happened below the video. Suddenly these numbers appear. Okay. So the first one, this one that's number one, that's the first thing that people will see when I send them this QuickPage. And it happened to be the video. Now, if I had uploaded a picture first, it would be that picture. This one here that says 7, this is telling me now that I've got 7 things built into this page. And if I click right in the middle, this thing that looks like a checkerboard, this will show me everything that I have now associated with this page that I'm building out. Now, what I like to do is build out a story. So I started off with my video, and I'm figuring, well, you know what? Maybe we should have the exterior of the building. So see here, the bottom right-hand corner looks like a cross. Well, using my mouse, I can drag and drop these wherever I want. Now, I don't want the survey there. I want it at the bottom. Hold on here. Let's put the interior there. Let's put the floor here. And let's maybe put the feature sheet over there. And yeah, let's leave the survey right at the end. Okay. And that fireplace came out, that's weird. It came out sideways. Okay. So let's see here in the top right-hand corner, there's an X. If I click on the X, I can delete anything that I don't want in that page. Okay. So now I've got 6 things. Okay. I like that. I'm going to hit done. Now let's move on to this next button. Now this is what I told you will not appear on your phone or on a tablet. This will allow me to record my screen. So let me just for a second, I'm pulling open a new window here.
Hey, Mike, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, sure.
It's Alma, by the way.
Hey, Alma.
Hi. So the picture you just deleted because it was, I guess, landscape instead of portrait or whichever. Are you not able to rotate that picture?
I can't rotate it. It's got to be landscape. We're doing a fix on it right now. In the next version that comes out, you'll be able to do both. And in the next version, what we'll also do, some people have a tendency here. Let me put my camera on so you kind of see me. What's happening, some agents are shooting in such a high res that when they're uploading their files, it takes like forever. So what will happen, it'll render out that photo and make it a smaller file size. That'll be done automatically as well. So these are things that are in the works. And this QuickPage app, it's just like constantly evolving. Like they're just constantly tweaking it. So for now, just you want to make sure that your pictures are in landscape mode. But with the next iteration, it won't matter. It'll automatically just take whatever you send up.
Great, thank you.
I have a question too, Michael, really quickly.
Yeah.
You had a whole bunch of files in there, PDF, JPEGs, all of that. Can there be another video file in there too to rotate through, or?
Yeah, good question, Jen. Anything that you've got saved on your hard drive, you can upload. Okay. And in a moment, I'm going to show you anything that you've got saved in a folder in QuickPage, you can now use. And let's say I'm on my phone. I don't have that video file, but if I've already uploaded it or if I've saved it in a folder, I can access that. It's almost like a mini Dropbox built into the program.
Cool. Okay, great. Thank you.
Question. Okay, so let me veil back to, and guys, am I going okay? Not too fast, not too slow? Jen, give me a big thumbs up if I'm going okay. All right, awesome. Okay, so this next one here I mentioned is a screen recorder. So if I click this, it's going to say, hey, Michael, do you want to record your entire screen? Or what's called an application window. An application window are all the different windows that I have open right now. So let me go back here for a sec. Cancel. I don't know if you can see the top of my page. I've got my Gmail open. I've got QuickPage. I've got YouTube. And over on the side, I've got Facebook. So those are now each application windows. So again, I can select one.
Yeah, we can only see your Facebook.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
The Facebook page.
So let me oh, that's because it's highlighted there. Hold on a sec. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. I do it all the time.
Okay, so now you can see my entire screen?
Just a sec, now we can, yes.
Okay, yes. So if you look up here in my tab bar, I've got Gmail open, I've got QuickPage, I've got YouTube, and then over here, I've got Facebook. All right, so let me go back to QuickPage. So if I click on this thing in the middle, remember I'm recording the screen, and I want an application, so I want to record Facebook. So I select that, and then as soon as I hit this button that says share, it's going to start recording my screen. So I'm going to hit it. Hey guys, so if you look over here, you can see I've got my Facebook page open, and if I go to the home page, you know, there it is, and I'm recording my screen. Oh, and there's one of my students from the 7-day challenge we just did. How cool is that? Okay, so I hit stop. Hey guys, so if you look over here, you can see I've got my Facebook page open, and if I go to the home page, you know, there it is. And so there's a video. I'll hit add to page. And if we go into that checkerboard, you can see in a second, it's going to populate here. There it is. I've just added this video, and in a second, the thumbnail will appear. So the question is, Michael, why would I want to record my screen? Well, there's a number of reasons. One is, let's say Jen's looking to move up here to my neck of the woods, and she's looking for something with acreage, and she wants a log home. And okay, great. So I'm checking my dailies every morning when they come up. Look at this. 2 new listings just came up. One's board and batten, the other is a log home. So I fire up my little app here, and now I can pull up the dailies, and I can say, hey, Jen, these came up this morning, doing a quick review. Let's take a look. Oh, you know, this one here seems a bit priced, and it's board and batten. You said you wanted log. Well, look over here. This one's got the pond. Oh, it's got a waterfall, 4 bedrooms. Let's take a look at the pictures. So everything that's on my screen right now, I can be recording with my audio, and I've created a video that I can now send to Jen here within QuickPage. Now, taking it one step further, maybe I've got an agreement of purchase and sale ready to go, but I've got a few funky clauses in there that I want the seller to see ahead of time. So I can pull the offer on my screen, I can record it, and I say, hey, Jen, take a look at clause number 2, number 3, let me explain them to you. Just keep in mind, anything that I've got on my computer screen, I can now record with an audio and create a video from it. Okay?
I have a quick question.
Yeah, sure.
For the attachments to the video, is there any list view where you can see all the attachments? Like there are PDFs, there are videos, there are pictures. So it's basically like a little cloud, but I can only see it if I click on the number 7. Like
so Rita, are you asking me everything that I've associated with this page that I'm building? Okay, yes. So remember right here in the middle, this thing that looks kind of like a checkerboard?
Yeah.
If I click on that, that will show me everything now that I've got within this page. And remember, bottom right-hand corner, I can move things around by just dragging them. And if I want to delete something, I just hit that top, the X there, and I can delete it. Okay, so this will tell me everything that I've got in there. So once again, right here in the middle, this thing that looks like a checkerboard, when you click that, that will show you everything you've uploaded into this page.
Okay.
Good question.
And so if I want to, so I'm here in video view, and if I want to open something else, I just click on the item.
So you want to add something else to this page?
No, I want to open it.
What do you mean by open it? You want to see it?
Can I open? So this is the question. Can I open it from that view, from the?
Oh yeah. So right inside here, you can click it. And you can see what you've got here. Now, the other thing, let me close this off, and I haven't gotten to this yet. Remember in the video I said, hey, the blue circles? So when somebody receives this, that's what these things do. When you click on that, it will advance. Just like a carousel, I can go from the pictures. Oh, there's that PDF, which is a full-blown PDF that they can now download. Maybe it's my buyer's agency agreement. It could be a purchase, like whatever you want to put in there, PDF, Word doc, Excel spreadsheet, it doesn't matter. And if I keep clicking, all right, I've got more pictures, and there's my video. So that's kind of what this thing does. This allows them to go through like a full-blown presentation. Now, look at here, for example, this is a PDF, and I'm thinking, that looks pretty ugly. See up here in the top right-hand corner, the little pencil? If I click on this, I can now update the thumbnail. So I can go onto my computer, and let's say I want to use this happy couple here. Now it's going to upload that image. And now if I hit done, notice now that thumbnail has covered up that ugly blue box. So I can add images to the top of any PDF to make it just look that much more appealing. Okay. So let's move on to the next one here. This one that is YouTube, when I click on this, I can now pull YouTube video. So I can do a search by keyword. So I'm putting in my name here. And let's grab this first one here. So see when I hover over the circle, if I select it, and then I hit done, let's go into our little checkerboard. There's the YouTube video that's coming up here. In a moment, it'll have the thumbnail. What I can also do, maybe I've got a specific video on my channel or on YouTube. Well, I can go directly into YouTube. And let's say I want this one here. Let's go down, this one here. So I'll select the video. And then what you'll see here on YouTube, you look for this button here, it says share. Now, if I click on that share button, remember I'm in YouTube right now, it will give me the address directly to that video. So if I copy that, let's go back into QuickPage. I'll go back to that YouTube tab. This time, instead of searching something, I'm pasting in that code, right? Then I'll hit search. There's our video. And same thing like before, I just select this, I hit done, and let's jump back into the checkerboard. And now you can see I've got the 2 YouTube videos that I've added. Okay. So far, so good, guys? Daniel, how we doing? I'm just picking on you because it looks like you're feverishly taking notes.
No, I've been getting a lot of requests. A lot of people have been asking me if we're recording. So I'm recording.
Oh man, what I'll do, I'll send you guys, I'll send you a video. It'll be the condensed version. It's about 15 minutes. Easy. And I'll walk you through everything that we're doing right now. So just remind me and I'll do that at the end.
Yeah, sounds good. I have that good, like at least 5 people out texting me.
I just came here to see a Daniel smile, man. That's what it's all worth.
Do you like
I
my
think back when we did the workshop, I've got video clips of you. You were just lit up.
Do you like my screaming cowboy? This is my pet.
I don't want to know why he's a screaming cowboy. Let's just move on from that one, Daniel. Just move on.
You know me, Michael. You know how I am.
Okay, this one here that looks like a folder. If I click on this, anything that I've uploaded into QuickPage is saved in a universal folder here, images. Now, what I can also do is if I scroll down here, I can create my own folders. So when I do my speaking stuff, I've got one here that I've called testimonials. So I've got testimonial videos from different brokers. I could have my marketing materials here. I could have some pictures. Maybe I've got my contract. I can have everything in this one folder so I don't have to worry about being on my computer. I'm on the road. As I said, I can build this using my phone. So all I do, I select the things that I want, hit done. Let's go back into the checkerboard, and you can see I've just pulled all those things now into this QuickPage. Okay, so let me hit done. And this last one here that looks like a link, let me just open up a folder here. I can put in any, what's called a secure website. And just give me a second here. I've got a Matterport tour. So I'll pull in a link to Matterport. You can't see it on the side screen here, but I'm just copying and pasting. All right, so let's go back into QuickPage. So this, when I click on this, I drop in the link. And it has to be what's called a secure site, HTTPS. You can see that up here. And as well, the site itself has to allow permission for this to work. If it didn't work, let me take out a couple letters here. What would happen? You'd get an error message, or it would just remain a blue box. But in this case, you can see that I've pulled in this Matterport video. So I'll hit add to page. And let's just go backwards one. There's the Matterport video. And if I click on this, it's actually now going to play within my QuickPage. It's not going to an external site. It's playing right here. And see, I can interact with it just like I would on my computer. And that's a full-blown Matterport. So let me close this off. The other thing, let me go back here. Okay, so these are YouTube videos. Notice what happens when I click this video.
What an amazing day. I want to personally thank Michael.
The video plays inside the player. It doesn't take me to YouTube. So if you're using something, for example, like BombBomb, what you would have to do, remember the share link? You'd have to copy that link, and then you would have to add it to your email somewhere in the text. Now what happens is when they click that link, yes, it will take them to YouTube to that video, but it's also going to show all these videos on the side, which are what are called related videos. So let's say Jen has had a really good month, and she's thinking, you know, now's the time for me to buy that Ferrari I've been thinking about. And, you know, I'm thinking about that vacation. I'm tired of the hubby. I'm going to leave him behind, just take off for a week. The Bahamas would be really cool. And I need stiletto heels if I'm going to the Bahamas. So she's been doing all this on Google, and she's been searching. Now, Google owns YouTube. So what happens is Google is going to send all that information, Jen's browsing behavior, to YouTube. And then on the right-hand side, suddenly she's going to see, ooh, look at this. The new Ferraris have just come out. Bahama vacations. Oh, it's stiletto heels. All these videos are there catered to keep her onto YouTube. Now, what we've done here within QuickPage is it plays right within our browser. It doesn't allow them to go anywhere else. Okay, and that's really important. So let's close this off. And I think somewhere in here, did we have? No, I thought somewhere Daniel was in there, but not. Okay, so let's get out of here. All right. Sorry. All right, so next thing, we need to give this a title, a page title. So I'm going to say, Jen, I'm going to pick, Danuta, because I did it to her. So I'll say, hey, Danuta, hopefully I spelled that right. Here's that video I promised. Now, if I send this right now, this is a video email ready to go. Okay, guys that are using BombBomb, by default, BombBomb puts in the title and it says something like, Jen has sent you a video email, which is a pain in the ass because if you're on your phone and you want to put in a different message, that means you have to text out backwards and then put it in. We leave it blank on purpose. And also what I'm going to suggest to you is get in the habit of using the word video in the subject line, because the stats show that the open rates are anywhere between 15 and 20% increase when people see the word video, right? So right now, technically, if I hit this button here at the top, says preview. Okay, so it's updated the text. And I'll hit it again. This is what it's going to look like when I send it. So here's my video.
Well, hey there, Danuta. Thank you.
And let me stop for a second. See right here, there's a little box here. It says CC. That stands for closed captioning. So by default, if I hit play now,
for reaching out to me about my train station for sale. Now,
it has created the closed captioning. I didn't have to do anything. It's automatically generated in the background. And I can see Jen's eyes just lit up here for a second, and Rita's thinking about this. Rita's thinking, Michael, if I mumble or I stumble, is it going to record what I say? So what's happening here, what you say is what you get. And yes, it's going to make mistakes because it's a first generation editor. So here's what I do. If anybody calls me on and says, hey, Michael, you spelled Danuta wrong or whatever, I say, hey, Jen, thanks so much for noticing. What I'm doing this month is I'm running a contest, and whoever captures the most amount of typos, I'm sending them a $5 Timmy card. And then right after that, they're going to forget and they're on their merry way. It's like giving a kid an ice cream. Now they're going to go play on the street. The other thing I can do, let me go back a step, and I didn't want to show you this yet, but see here in the top right-hand corner, you see these 3 little dots, okay? That's actually a menu. If I click on that menu and I scroll down to this one that says settings, I can now do anything I want to this particular page. I can turn off the chat. I can turn off the phone. I can disable notifications, meaning, let's say I've posted this to Facebook and I've boosted it. Every time somebody plays the video, they share the video, you're going to get a ping, which is kind of cool at the beginning because you're thinking, yeah, my marketing's working. But if you've boosted a post and suddenly you're getting 700 to 1,000 pings, yeah, that wears out pretty quickly. So I can turn that off. I can turn off page notifications. Now let me go down here, video captioning. Well, I can turn that off too. Okay, so let me go back to done. Now notice if I play the video, there's no longer the closed captioning. So if it's been buggered up so badly that none of the words make any sense, you've got that option to turn that off, okay? So let's go, I'll show you one more thing here. This where it says message optional, this is where I can do a full-blown description. I can say, hey, Danuta, thank you so much for reaching out to me. And then if you look below, here's a description of the property. And I can go on and on. I can literally write a novel. The other thing I can do, see right here, it says canned messages. If I click on that tab, these are messages that I've already pre-done and saved. So let's say this one here at the top, I borrowed this from Jason Steele. What Jason does, and it's really kind of cool, for every one of his listings, he has a basic description at the beginning. That's the first paragraph. But then when you scroll through here, he talks about the area. So he talks about Saugeen Shores, he talks about the employers, he talks about the sports and the activities. So instead of having to do that over and over and over, he saves it as a message. And as you saw there, I just hit can message and I can drop it right in here. Okay. Now the other thing I can do, let me get rid of most of this. If I'm using, let's say, a calendar app like Calendly to book my appointments, let me hit select. I can actually enter in what's called HTML. This is computer code, which means nothing to the average person, but to the computer, this is like bread and butter. It's speaking to the computer. So if I go back up here again, I'll hit preview. It's going to now refresh the page. And let me stop for a second. Anytime I add a photo, an image, I pull in a YouTube video, the page automatically refreshes. When I add text, I have to hit the preview button once, and you notice it said updated. Now, when I hit it a second time, it's going to show me what the page looks like. But look down here, that computer code now converted it into my calendar. Okay, so now if somebody wants to book an appointment with me, let's say Monday, it shows my available dates. Here are the times that I'm available. They confirm it. Now they put in their name, last name. I can ask questions. And this integrates with my Outlook calendar or Google Calendar. And so it will only show openings that I have available. It won't arbitrarily just drop in dates. So this is really cool for booking appointments. And it's free, which most realtors like. So do I. It's free. All right. So let's go back up here now. We're ready to send this page. I'm going to hit share. And you can see I can send it via email. I can send it via text, social media. I can copy the link. So let's go over here. I'm going to hit the Facebook tab. And it's going to take a couple seconds. There it is. And right down here, the top left-hand corner, I can send it to my feed, my story, timeline, group, and event page I manage. I could even send this to Jen if I wanted to as a private message. But for now, I'm just going to post it to my page. I'll call it test video. And then I'll hit post. And once the page disappears, all right, let's jump back over to Facebook. And let me refresh my page. And look, there's the video. And if they click on it, it takes them to QuickPage. They can play the video.
Well, hey there, Danuna. Thank you so.
Okay, remember I told them to hit the blue buttons. There's the PDF. So there's everything that I'm building into this, if you want to call it a presentation. There's my calendar. And right down here, this is pretty cool too. They've got the ability to press this button. It says share. So now maybe it's first-time buyers. They want their parents to see the home. It doesn't matter who it's for. They click that button and now they can share this page. And then once they do that, I get notified that they've shared it. Okay, so let me pause for a second and I'll stop screen share. Let's put my smiling face back on. Any questions, guys and gals? Jen, what are you thinking?
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Super impressed, first of all. Awesome, awesome product. I've heard nothing but good things. So glad to see it actually working.
I like that it actually works.
Well, you know what I mean? Like I actually get to see it myself.
Yeah.
One question, any tracking on that for views, plays, anything like that?
Yeah, really good question. I'm not looking, I'm just firing up my phone here because I'll do a screen share. Yeah, but let's do this. I'll square, this time I'll do the entire, hold on here. So many windows, not enough rocks, Jen. Not enough rocks.
I gotcha.
Let's move that here. I'll stop my video for a sec. Let's go back to sharing the screen. And let me do the full screen. And you guys should see my phone right now, right beside. So Jen, if I go right up here, same, see the 3 blue buttons again?
Yep.
I click on those. I can scroll down here to stats.
Oh, okay, cool.
In this case, I've got no stats. So let's get out of here for a sec. Let's go back to something that actually has some plays. Here's one. Okay, 963 views. Let me click that. Oh, actually, I didn't have to do that. Sorry. So I can do it on the page. Notice below the thumbnails, same blue dots. Okay. So I can either open it up or I can just go below. But same thing. Let me go to stats. And it's going to tell me, oh, okay, cool. I've had 963 views. Here's the total time. If I scroll down here, I can see where it's been pinged from. So it doesn't really tell me who, but it tells me from where the video is being pinged.
Second question. Sorry, I just have a couple. No. The $2 for 2 months. If I signed up today, is that just the next 2 months, or is that
30 days? So
30 days.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not calendar, it's days.
And then what's the cost per month after that?
You sitting down?
Yeah.
$29 a month, no contract.
Wow, that's really cheap.
Yeah, BombBomb is, they advertise 49, but you have to prepay for the year, so $588. So it doesn't have anything that we're doing here so far.
Yeah, I love it. That's an awesome tool. My third question was, oh yeah, you had that QuickPage logo in the bottom. Can I put my agent logo there if I'm an agent? Okay.
Good question. So let's go here. So I didn't show you this. Oh, my phone just died there. Hold on. Okay. So see at the top, Jen, once you've created your account, so here's the order of operation. Once I send you guys the link, you'll go onto your computer first, computer or laptop, you'll create your account. So you put in username, which is your email and a password. Once you've done that, then jump over to the App Store, whatever you're using, and you can download it onto your phone, your tablet. You can install it in as many places as you want. There's no limit to it. And it's going to be the same protocol. It'll be your email address and password. Okay. And once you've got it set up, you can now, the devices will all talk to one another. I'll show you that in a sec. But once you've created your account, your name will appear here, but you won't have an avatar yet. Notice right beside my name, there's a little drop-down menu. I guess you call that a chevron. If I click on that and I go to my profile, here's where I upload my avatar. Here's where I make sure I've got the right email address that I want people to reply. If I go to this next tab here that says public, here's where you upload your logo. And if I keep scrolling down, I can put it on my personal contact info, cell phone number, everything, address. Now, I don't want to get into this yet, but excuse me, if you know anybody that does computer coding, and you can go to Fiverr and pay somebody $10, they can customize. So it could be like your Remax balloon. It could have your custom phone number, whatever if you've got a custom imaging and brand that you're using, you can have that put in here and it will customize the top of your QuickPage. It will actually appear now within the browser. So I leave that's left blank for you to do. Where we're going eventually is we'll have templates in place, and they'll be like basic Remax, the basic franchises. And if you want something more specific, then you can do that. Okay. And then let me scroll right down to the bottom, Jen. Here is where you can put in all your social media channels. And once you're done, just hit the button here that says save. Now, if I go back to the top, notifications, this is every time somebody clicks my email to open it, plays a video, I'll get a ping. Now, if I want to stop that, I can turn it off. I would advise not to do it here because that'll turn it off on everything. Remember, I showed you in the page, you can turn off individual notifications. Now, the other thing you'll need is chat. And for the first time, you'll go in here, you'll pick your time zone. And once you've done that, see if I turn chat off, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, but I want to turn my chat on. And then you can set the times that you're available. I can set the days of the week that I'm available. And in the chat, and you'll see this in a second, in the actual chat box that appears, there's a default message, but I can personalize it. And same thing like before, once I'm done, I just hit the Save tab, and it's going to save all that. Right? So let me go back to Pages. Let's go back to that Danuta one. And I'm going to fire up my phone here again. And come on.
So does that chat, Michael, is that what you're going to show us? Does that chat go automatically to your phone as a notification? Okay.
So it does a couple things, Jen. It goes to your phone, like when my phone's actually working.
This is awesome.
Hold on here. Guys, bear with me a sec. I just have to turn this program off and put it back on again. Never work with live animals, kids, or computers. So that's what they say. Okay, so now we'll hit stop mirroring. And, okay, so now, in theory, I should be able to share my phone. There it is. Okay, great. I can't afford to lose any more hair, so that the panic was starting to get to me. So let me go back to screen share. Let's do the entire screen on here. Share, entire, done. And you guys should be seeing my phone right now on the screen. Jen, is it there?
Yep, it's there.
Okay. So once you've downloaded the app, it's going to look like this. It's a little green box with a Q in it. And when I tap on that, it's going to fire up. And this is kind of cool. Notice it opens up to the last video I was working on. So you can see on my computer, it says Danuta. Over here on my phone, you can see the same video. Right? Now, let me tap on my phone. Remember I told you the control panel was almost identical. The upload function on a computer versus the phone is the camera. And I mentioned to you guys that you can't do the screen recording. That doesn't appear here. Right? But let me show you, this is really cool. Let me show you this. So remember the checkerboard, when I click on the middle, it shows us everything that we've got built into that page. I can do the same thing on my phone. And remember when I said top right-hand corner, the X deletes things? Watch what happens is I delete something on my phone. Look on my computer. Notice it's doing that right now in live time. Oh, I better not, hold on. I don't want to delete Tim. That'll come back to haunt me. Okay, but notice I can be deleting stuff as we go. All right. So let me close this for a sec. Actually, I'll leave that. Let me close on my phone. Now, remember, I can do the same thing on my phone. I can now upload stuff. So if I go to this one, the camera, which is on the computer, the arrow pointing up, I tap on that. Now I'm using an iPhone. If you're using an Android, it's going to be your photo gallery. iPhone is going to be camera roll. And I can go in here and I can select whatever pictures or videos that I want. And I'll hit done. Now notice on the phone, there's a green line is going to appear. It's uploading now from my phone to the cloud. Now look over here on the computer. As it's doing that, come on. Now usually it's a lot faster, but we got rain and everything happening out here. I'm in the country. So, but you can see it's uploading there. And let me go onto my camera, and you can see it's uploaded the page, my QuickPage from my phone as well. Now tell me that's not cool.
I also
Okay.
have a quick question. Let's say we start to use this, and in a couple of months we have a technical question. Where can we turn to for support?
Well, so we've got support that you can send a ping to, but you guys are going to have my email address and phone number. Just reach out to me. Like I've been taking all the calls. So I'm the guy that's bringing this into real estate, and I've got a personal affinity to this. I want to make sure you guys succeed with this. So don't have any hesitation to ping me or email me or phone me. All right. Now, the other thing I want to show you that's really cool. Let's pretend for a second, I'm going to delete the video here on the Danuta page. So same thing, see here in the top right-hand corner, the little X. I'll delete the video, and it'll do the same thing on my phone. And now instead of calling it Hey Danuta, what if, since it hasn't been personalized, I'm just going to call this 45, I'll just make something up here, 123 Train Avenue. I already did that. Okay, template. Okay, template. So preview, so I update the page. Okay, so this has no video. Notice it just updated on my phone too. So let's pretend I've got a template that's all set up for this QuickPage. It's one of my listings. Now I can do one of two things. Number one, when I record a video, remember I said hey Danuta, how are you? Well, instead of doing it that way, I could have just done a generic video. Hey, thank you so much for inquiring about my train station for sale. And that would be good enough to go, because then I could just personalize it by putting in the person's name. And remember, let me go back here for a second. Stop screen share. The other thing, yeah, Danuta.
When you deleted the video, does it get deleted from the Facebook as well right away?
I didn't understand a thing you said. It got all garbled.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to put it in chat.
I can't hear you, Danuta. It's all.
I think that she was asking if when you deleted that video, she's asking if that deleted from the post that you put on Facebook.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. So whatever I do here, remember, it goes to all my devices. So you saw, let me move this over again. When I deleted it from the computer, it also updated it on my phone. Okay. So what I'm suggesting, if I did a generic video, say, hey, thank you so much for calling about my train station. What I can do is I can then just write the person's name if I wanted to just do something quick, mean, and dirty. I don't recommend that. I like saying the person's name because there's a magic to pulling them into the video. But what I'm saying is I've created a template. Now what I can do, let's say I'm on the road and Daniel calls and he says, hey, Michael, I'm calling about this train station that I saw. Okay, so let me do this. I'm going to turn off the camera here. And you guys can, I got to do screen share again. Sorry. Okay, this is so cool. Watch this. All right. So notice I've got 145 train whatever template, right? And remember I also said, let me go back. We've got the 3 blue buttons here, and on my phone, I've got the same 3 blue buttons. Now watch what happens. If I tap on the 3 buttons, it opens up a menu on my phone. I'm looking for this tab here that says duplicate page. Okay, so I'm going to tap that, and this time I'll give it a new title. I'll say, hey, Jen. Let's make sure I'm spelling Jen right, okay? Hey, Jen, here's that video. I'll hit duplicate. Now watch what happens. It's made an entire new copy of that page. So let me go back. I'm on my computer now. Here's the one, hey, Jen, that I just made. And here's the original one, template. Okay. So now what I can do, I'm on the road. Jen calls. See this button here? That's for recording a video. I'm on my phone now. I'll tap that and I'm going to record. Turn it around. Hey there, Jen, Michael here. Thanks for calling about my train station. I made this quick page for you. Make sure you click on the blue buttons below the video to scroll through pictures and all kinds of stuff I've added. Okay, so then I'll hit use video. My phone will disappear. And now what's happening, it's uploading the video from my phone to this quick page. And now what I've done, I've personalized it for Jen. So I still have this template, but let's go into the one I just did for Jen. And it may take a moment or two for the video to upload. There it is. Okay. So now what I can do, remember bottom right-hand corner, I'm going to drag that to the top. And now we go to play.
Hey there, Jen. Michael here. Thanks for calling about my train station. I made this quick page for you. Make sure you click on the blue buttons below the video to scroll through pictures.
Now tell me that's not cool. So now I can create templates and I can personalize them as I go, right? Any questions?
I have one more quick question.
Yeah.
When I first saw this product, I realized like the personalization and how super important that is. But when I actually very first saw it, I think it was Fred in Milton, and he was using it to kind of like advertise his listing like to the world.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no personalization. There was no like, hey Jen, hey Michael, any of that. It was like
generic video.
Yeah, 123 Main Street. He had a video, and then I guess all the other things. But what I'm curious is that if you're using it in that capacity to kind of do some advertising on your Facebook or wherever, is there a way to capture like emails and info in that, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So let me do two things, Jen. Let me just do one more thing here.
Okay.
Then I'll jump into Facebook. I'll show you a context.
Okay.
And I'll show you what Jason Steele, he's kind of been the pioneer with doing what we call generic pages. And the guy's making a killing here in Port Elgin with that. Let's share this. So what I'm going to do now on my phone, same thing as computer. See where it says share? So I'm on my phone right now. I'll hit share. And I'm going to send it as a text to myself so you guys can see how this all comes together. So I'm going to put my phone number there at the top. Okay. And by default, the message is Michael Krisa has sent you a video message. So I'll hit send, and it's going to notify me in a second. Okay, my phone's telling me, hey, Michael, there's something in your messages. So I'm going over to messages, open it up. Okay, there it is there. I'm going to tap on it. And in a second, I'm going to get a notification saying, hey, somebody is watching my video. Okay, so let me tap on my video. Excuse me. And what you're going to see, the video starts playing in silent mode. The closed captioning will automatically appear. I just got notified that somebody's watching my video. Okay. And it's really slow, but notice here at the top, the bottom right-hand corner, that's the live chat that just opened up. And if they were to tap on it where it says reply, and I'll send myself a message, I'll just say, hey there. Oh, I'll pick on you, Jen. Hey there, Jen. You're my imaginary pen pal. So now you can see somebody sent me a message. So I'm getting a notification that somebody's chatting with me. And if I go back, you can see right there, it says, hey, Jen, I've been notified. Now, if I've got that turned off, it will also come, actually, let me stop for a second. This thing that just opened up now. So when they went to close off their chat, if they put in their name, email address, and phone number, what will happen is anytime, this is really cool, anytime I update this page, they'll automatically be notified. So let's say, Rita, you and I are going out tonight. We're looking at homes. I showed you 3 properties. You didn't like any of them. So we're going out again tomorrow. So I pull up 3 new listings and I'm going to show you. I go back to the quick page that I created for you. And now I add those 3 new pages and I'll change the text because I can update this. Remember, if I can update photos, I can also update the text in lifetime. Hey, Rita, here are the 3 new homes that we're going to look at tomorrow. And then once I hit save, I don't have to send it again. You'll automatically get notified that Michael has done something to that page. And when you go back to it, you're going to see that I've just updated the page with those 3 new things. That happens automatically when they sign in there. Okay. So let me also, so we did the chat over here. If they click this, that's my phone, click to call. And remember, I told them about the blue buttons. If you tap the blue button, but since it's an interactive screen, a touch screen, I can just use my finger and I can swipe. And there's a feature sheet. And that's a full-blown feature sheet that they can now download onto the computer. Okay. Now, one last thing on this, and then we'll jump over to the computer. Remember the folder here, universal folder? If I tap on that, same thing. Once it opens up, anything that I've uploaded into QuickPage, I can now access and I can add into that QuickPage. Right? Any questions about this, guys, before I make the jump over to Facebook?
Question.
Yeah.
Can the recipient add anything or just me?
What was the question? Sorry.
So if I address it to someone,
Uh-huh.
can I open it for them to add documents, for example? So
Can
basically,
you
can
as
I
the
share
recipient or you as the sender?
as the recipient?
Yeah. So within, let me go back to that.
Basically, like, can I use it as a OneDrive or one, like, whatever cloud server within the
So
client?
anything, so if
within
you're asking about your phone, Rita, anything that you've got on your phone, yes, you can upload into QuickPage, like what we've been doing here. If you're saying let me put my camera
I'm the
back.
agent and I'm sending it to my clients, and a client wants to upload their buyer representation agreement signed.
Okay, so in the chat, let's see if I can I don't think I can do it here. Oh, there's chat. Okay. See right down here at the bottom when I opened up, if they open up the chat, there's the ability right there to add anything that they want.
Oh, great. Okay.
It would come to you within the chat window.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. But it's a great feature.
All right. So let's close this. And then for Jen, let's jump over here to Facebook and I'll show you some context. And some of these are just really killer ideas. And I'm just going to close down some of these windows here. All right. Jason Steele, here we go. So this is a non-branded page that he sends out. And what I think is just brilliant. Okay, I'll close this down. That's a live chat. It just has the QuickPage thing. He could update that if he wants, but that's an affiliate link for him. So when they click that, he makes a bit of money. And my connection is really slow because I live out in the middle of lost to nowhere here in the country. So I'm on point to point. So when it's raining like this, it's like seagulls are carrying me the packets of information. So what he's done here, he says, hello, thanks for coming to this property tour. So when somebody calls, let's say a cooperating broker calls to make an appointment, he says, yeah, cool, I'll book the appointment, but you have to watch this video that I'm going to send you first. And you have to share this video with your buyer client. They have to watch it too. And then the buyer's agent's going, well, why the hell would I do that? You're trying to steal my client. No. Watch this. It has all the information your buyer could possibly need to make an informed decision. And what you'll also notice, it's completely unbranded. There's nothing in it about me. And what it's going to do for you, Mr. Buyer's Agent, is when your buyer looks at the video and they go through all this, if they decide they don't want to see the property, then that just saved you the hassle of having to take them to one place that they don't want to see. If they do want to go see the property, it's telling us there's a higher likelihood now that they're going to make an offer. It's a more qualified buyer. Now, if you look at that from the perspective of the home seller, you're not wasting their time by bringing strangers in, especially now with the COVID thing happening. People are really leery about having people come through their homes. And Jason's been using this, and buyers have been buying sight unseen just based on this. So I'll play a little bit. Let me just crank up the volume here. And just to hear even his messaging, let me just hit play first. Okay, buddy, talk.
Hey, folks, thanks so much for joining me here at 8:40.
Yeah, guys, this is on my side. Like I said, it's just slow. Somebody just pause for a sec. So all he's doing is introducing the property. He's telling them how to use QuickPage, but he doesn't say anything. Hey, I'm with Royal LePage. No. You can see that here on his shirt, but he doesn't say anything about his own personal branding. And then when you use the circles and you go to the next, this is a full-blown tour, which I'm almost afraid to play because everything's so slow right now.
Hello, folks, and welcome to 840 Side Road 15 here in Hearn, Elderslie. We're just about 15 minutes east of Port Elgin, off of Bruce Road 17. Have a look at this amazing property, 1.4.
Let me just jump ahead a bit.
The well's been there for a long time. They used to use it for the cattle. So there's all and foyer.
So let me pause. So all he's doing, he's using a GoPro, but you could do this on your phone. Same thing. He's just walking through the property. And he's just, it's not professional. It's not, high end that he's paid for. It's a walkthrough. And the other thing that you got to be really careful of, if you see imperfections in the house, there's no such thing as a perfect house. friend of mine owns a body shop. He says, Michael, you bring in, Jen's $200,000 Lamborghini, and under the right light, I'll show you all the imperfections in the paint. So when you're walking through the home and you see that the shingles are peeling, or there's, water seepage, it looks like in the basement, make sure you capture that on the video and you point that out. Because a number of things are going to happen here. Number one, your credibility is going to go up exponentially, because now from the person watching the video, you're not trying to hide anything. And then when they make the decision to come out and see the home, there's no surprises because you've already warned them ahead of time to expect this stuff. So keep that in mind. So anyway, you'll notice no branding on that whatsoever. Now this is because it's YouTube. That's what's happening there. But if I go more videos, okay, feature sheet. He pulls this out from his MLS. Great jump, and I can't believe how slow my connection is today. So here it is with all the pictures. And the only branding you're going to see is by default what his MLS puts out, which is the company profile here. And he's using this now, like I said, he's selling home sight unseen. So he creates two. One is non-branded. That's what he shares with the agent. The agent has to share it with the client. And then he's got one which is branded that he uses, and that's what he puts out to Facebook and boosts. Let me go back here, close that off. There's another one here that I really like. Okay. Gloria Vallisori. I don't know if you guys know her. She's with Nelson Goulart's office. She's just a sweetheart. And so here, is my camera on here? Yeah, okay, my camera's on. So what's happening right now, COVID stuff. I don't want you to be that agent, that person that every time you see something negative, you post it to Facebook. I live in the corner here, like I said, lost in nowhere. If I open the window, I can hear the birds talking about COVID. I don't need you sending me more shit that I don't need to know about, okay? And here's it's a marketing thing, it's a psychology thing, that people may not necessarily remember what you said to them. They forget what you said, but you know what they remember? How you made them feel. How you made them feel. And if you're that person through all this, that's the purveyor of negative news, they're going to remember this, because we get through this, like we're a species, we survive. They're going to remember not necessarily what you said, but there's something about you now they just don't like. Don't be that person. So what Gloria is doing is she's created a whole series of videos of little recipe things. She loves to cook. So I'll play a bit of this video. Hopefully it's going to play.
Hey guys, I'm back in my kitchen again. I've had some really great responses from the last video I posted about how to make fresh homemade bread.
So let me pause it. So she's talking about a video that she did about making homemade bread. And if I scroll through, what she's doing now is she's going to show you how to make a pizza. All right. So here's the end game. This is what it should look like. Jump over here. She's got a video here showing you how to do it. Right, Melody Pa's pretty cool. She's got her own little branding there, but she's not saying, hey, I'm with, whatever company. And if I keep scrolling through, here's the recipe. All right. So non-threatening stuff that she's sending out to stay in touch with her clients. Jason Steele's doing exactly the same thing. They're actually getting calls. They're getting calls for people to come out and list their homes, even though this had nothing to do with real estate. Nothing to do with real estate. Another one that's really cool, and I'm using Jason again. Hopefully I've got it here. Hope this video finds you well. So what he's done here, excuse me, same thing, completely non-branded. Play a bit of the video. Nah, it's just too slow right now. Basically, it's Jason sitting at his desk. He says, hey, guys, I just want to let you know here in Port Elgin, things are still moving ahead. Businesses are open. I made a list of all the businesses that you can go to. Now, when you scroll over, he's got a PDF here of all the businesses that are open with curbside pickup, whatever it's got. When he did this, he started getting calls from the businesses that weren't on this list, asking what they have to do to get on Jason's list. So he's being recognized now as a hero in his community. Let me go close. If I go to the next one, there's a local martial arts studio in town. So they're live streaming free martial arts lessons. There's a yoga studio, live streaming free yoga lessons. So he pulls in the links here into this QuickPage, and now it's becoming a resource of everything that's happening in Saugeen Shores. He's also pulled in YouTube videos of what to do with your kids as opposed to just drinking with them on the couch. Like, things that you can do for your sanity, all within this one page. And when he sent this out, he's already gotten 3 listings as a result of this page, which has nothing to do about real estate, right? So I'm just giving you some examples of what you can be doing here. So I've gone over the hour, guys. I don't want to keep you much longer. So I'll shut down everything here. You got my camera. Any questions?
That was really awesome. I'm super excited. Really fun product. The one question that I have is, if I want to go sign up right now, where do I go? And then how do I get that Remax deal?
So what I'll do is, Daniel, should you be my point person? If I send it to you, can you send it out to the office? Oh no, but he's got a phone.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say yes.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
So I'll do that. But Jen, if you want to hop over there right now, let me do this. I'll open up Word. The URL is pretty simple, but I'll key it in here. Even Word's going slow. Oh my God. It's time just to go get milk and cookies and do nothing. So it's basically Remax.QuickPage. And I'll make this bigger so you can see it. Is it .com? Remax.QuickPage.com. Let me just check that to be sure. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
All right, Command C. Let's open up a browser. Nope. Okay. So instead of .com, can you see my screen? Is it up there?
Yep.
Okay. So it's actually .io.
Perfect. Thank you.
That's the remax.quickpage.io. So that'll give you the 2 months. So you'll put in your credit card. You'll be dinged month 1 for $1, month 2 for $1, and then it will auto roll into month 3 if you decide to stay for $29.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
It was US.
Yeah, it's a U.S. company, U.S. dollars, unfortunately. Yeah. Any other questions? Rita, how'd we do?
Thank you so much. This is the first time I've been a co-host. I really enjoyed it.
The best co-host, Rita.
You did great, kid. You kept me out of in the clouds and not in the ground, which is a good thing when you're flying. Danuta, we did okay?
Yes, thank you so much. It was wonderful. My mind is just not like this now at the break. So it's a lot, but it's wonderful. I love it.
So you wouldn't know this. Danuta is calling from Poland right now. That's why it's so garbled. So yeah, Danuta, I have to get you a real that Polish one that you've got.
Thanks.
She's gonna kick my ass when she sees me.
He's joking.
Okay. Well, guys, if you
I do have a question.
Yeah, sure. I got one here in chat too. What is it, Jen?
It's Alma.
Hey, Alma.
First of all, great to see you present again. I attended one of your classes, I guess about a year ago when you did the Remax Ultimate one. Great program with this too, great QuickSpace. I'm in the midst of buying a new phone, and I was wondering if you had any recommendations, or if anyone on this video chat had any recommendations on what phone to get.
What were you using before?
An iPhone 6.
Okay. The first recommendation is, brand aside, get the high. So if you're going to be doing video, get a phone with the highest amount of memory that you can get. So the cheaper phones will usually offer something like 64 gig or something like that. If you're going to be doing a lot of video, you're going to eat that up pretty quick. So the first thing you look at is buy as much RAM or memory that phone has. I went out and I bought the new iPhone. I'm not a big Apple supporter, even though I've got a MacBook Pro that I never use because I don't know what to do with it. It's just there for show. Jen's laughing because she's probably an Apple head. I've got an iPad. The thing about Mac products is they all seamlessly communicate with one another. So let me ask you, what kind of computer do you have?
Not a Mac.
Okay, so I'm predominantly a PC person. I bought the iPhone because once upon a time, iPhones had all the apps for video editing, and they were just dominating the marketplace. Right now, you'll probably find that I'm going to say it's almost a 40-40 mix between Apple and Android phones. There's advantages to both. Android phones, like say the Galaxy, has external memory. So I can actually put in a chip, and instead of having, oh, now my phone's full, what do? I can store stuff on the chip. And the Galaxy phones are awesome. Like, they're amazing phones. I bought the iPhone 11. It's just because I'm so used to iPhones now. I think I'm stuck. Like, I drank the Kool-Aid and I'm hooked on it now. Jen's laughing. I can't really tell you good, better, best. Each one has their pros and cons. Galaxy phones are awesome because you've got the ability to, for memory. The thing that Apple did, which is really stupid, is, I don't know if you can see, if I stop screen sharing here. So if I hold this up, you're looking at the bum of my phone. They took out what was called the audio jack, which allowed me to.
Yeah, I know what you're about to say. To charge and listen to audio at the same time, right?
Yeah, so I can't do both. And the other thing too, on an iPhone, I need the special adapter that allows me to put it into the lightning port.
Yeah.
The other thing I can do, I can go and buy, there's a plastic thingy that will then allow me to run 2 cables in. But that piece of plastic's like $30, man. So that's one thing to consider. All the other phones were smart enough not to go that route. With an iPhone, you just have to keep that in mind, that you have to get an extra lightning cable because they're so small and they're designed for realtors to lose, basically.
The sad part of that, Michael, is that the other manufacturers have also gone that route.
Have they switched over now?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
Even Samsung with the new ones, it's gone.
My wife's got the 9, and apparently it still has the standard mic jack in it.
I think one of the 10s. I'm not sure if it, like the Note has it, but then the S10 I think doesn't have it anymore. Like it's about to leave. Like Pixel got rid of it with the new one. Yeah. Okay. It's just,
and the biggest mistake,
it's just the trend that is going towards.
If you go onto Facebook right now and ask what's the best fun, you're going to open up a shitstorm. You know, I love my Apple. No, yeah. What there is no answer. I can't. What I've seen is traditionally through the stores, see who's got a sale going on. TELUS usually runs promos right now, and it looks like the Android phones are genetically, universally, are usually cheaper than iPhones in terms of pricing. So keep that in mind. So,
thank you.
A couple questions here. Can you get an external USB stick? Oh, you can get, yeah, you can do external. You can also buy their storage plan, and you can store stuff to the cloud, which is a good idea. I think it's a stupid system. And the reason I say that is, what's the point of having storage? Because when I upload something from my phone to the Apple cloud, if I delete it on my phone, it now deletes it from the cloud. It doesn't really save anything. You know what I'm saying?
You can,
unless there's some other way. That's dumb.
You can, something that I do is, instead of using iCloud, I use Google Photos, which automatically syncs picture and video. And they're high quality. So they don't, so if you store original quality, it's got a certain limit, but then they have like a optimized high quality fast viewing type of format.
So it's just backing up automatically to
Google. It backs up automatically, and then it's unlimited storage. So I have all my pictures from 5 years ago from all kinds of different phones. And the cool thing is I can access all those pictures on like a Gmail, like on one of their services. I can just go to photos.google.com, and then you have your whole backup there accessible on any browser as you want.
I've been using Dropbox, and then I also
you can do that too.
Yeah. So
the cool thing is both Google and Amazon are unlimited. Daniel,
storage. What kind of phone do you have?
I have an iPhone 10.
So what would you recommend? An Apple phone?
I think your points were very on point. Like your opinion was very on point. It becomes what you want. Like if you're a person that has a MacBook, getting an Android phone kind of defeats the purpose of that. Kind of like the integration between the phones, that even PC and you cannot replicate that.
Apple's got that down. Like, I'm amazed when I shoot video on my phone and I'm firing up my iPad. It's like
it's already there.
It's like already there. Like, how did that happen?
And
like somebody picked things pocket without telling me. You know?
Having things like AirDrop it's bar none. Like there's no Android solution that compares to AirDrop, and they tried and they haven't. And also iMessage is, for me, the biggest selling part of the iPhone is AirDrop and iMessage. I can't quit it. And that's why I'm tied up. I'm talking to you from an iMac and my MacBook Pro at home. I think it becomes, it's also user friendliness. there's a lot of, for some reason, real estate agents have this weird case of user friendliness with Samsung. If I really don't know where it comes from, but
because they haven't drank the Kool-Aid, that's why.
Yeah, but if you go to the settings for go to the settings on a Samsung, and you can send somebody to space with those settings.
I look at them with whatever you're comfortable with right now.
For sure.
I would say if you're a predominantly PC environment right now, I would probably gravitate towards looking at the Android.
Yeah, for sure.
I think.
There's
a lot of features that it has that Apple doesn't. There's a lot of stupid thing Apple's. If you've got a Mac environment, then I think definitely you'd want to get an iPhone and stay within that environment because there's so many cool things that it does. I wish I'll have to come out one day and you guys can show me how to use. I'm just trying to open up one program. I want to be able to use not Keynote, but it's a ScreenFlow. I just downloaded it onto my my MacBook Pro and I can't open it. Like it's there and I'm clicking it, do it, and it's saying no, you can't have it today.
No, the thing with Mac is because they always push they got rid of 64 32-bit apps. So if they didn't update to 64-bit, Apple totally nixed them. So that could be one reason. So that app they're trying to do is probably still a 32-bit. Like you're familiar with Jing, right?
Yep.
So Jing got totally axed from Mac because they didn't update to 64-bit. And then when I updated to Catalina, everything it's gone. I had to figure out a way to do screenshots, not realizing that Mac actually has a fantastic screenshot system built in that works exactly like Jing did. But I scrambled because of that. So it could be that.
I use ScreenFlow, Michael, to edit, so it still works. So mine works.
Maybe I can reach out to you. I just downloaded it.
Yeah.
It shows in the system tray or whatever you call it at the bottom.
Yep.
But when I'm clicking on it, it won't open. Everything else does, but that one won't open.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know what I did. Maybe I'll try.
I don't know what you did either.
I can drop on IBM and it works. Maybe I try it.
Well,
okay, guys. Any questions? Otherwise, we'll turn this into let's talk about life. Everybody's doing okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was awesome.
All right, so
awesome
you've got
product. Yeah.
If you need anything, guys, reach out to me. It was good seeing you all. And
thank you.
Lunch.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
See
you.
everybody. Take care.